bloody sun on the grass. First whistle blowing, feels like it's fast. Luke Collins grinning, boots tight. Marcus Lentini saying, boys, it's our night. Nash Holmes laughing in the warm-up line. Luke LaValvo talking this year's our time. Jack Johnson clapping down the huddle real hard. Luke Bunker stomping out the mud in the yard. We got boots on, season on, hearts all in. Love this game like your own damn kid. From the first loud bounce to the last late light, we live for the contest, live for the fight. Every name on this jump are proud and strong. This is our town, our team, our song. We got boots on, season on, sing along, hey! 'Cause we're playing for the love of football. Ty's Logan joking as he tapes that knee. Tom Keys pointing where the gaps might be. Blake Fitzgerald eyes up the post so tall. Ben McCarthy ready for the high hard ball. Daniel O'Dwyer with the cool calm stare. Coyote running like he's flying on air. Kalen Anderson crashes every pack he sees. David Evans talking tactics on the breeze. Parker Healy fires up the crowd with a roar. Ben Ham says one more drill, just one more. Josh Lansfield leads us in that old club song. Every single voice saying this is where we belong. We got boots on, season on, hearts all in. Love this game like our own damn kin. From the first loud bounce to the last late light, we live for the contest, live for the fight. Every name on this jump are proud and strong. This is our town, our team, our song. We got boots on, season on, sing along. 'Cause we're playing for the love of football. From the red dirt ovals to the bright big stands, we're muddy and bloody, but we still shake hands. Win, lose, or draw, we'll come back again. Same old mates, same old game. We got boots on, season on, hearts all in. Love this game like our own damn kin. From the first loud bounce to the last late light, we live for the contest, live for the fight. Every name on this jump are proud and strong. This is our town, our team, our song. We got boots on, season on, sing along, hey! 'Cause we're playing for the love of football.
Have you ever seen a roo kick? Have you ever seen an emu run under the bright Aussie skies and said this year we'll be the one? Oi, oi, oi! What does it mean to be a part of a footy team? It's more than a game. The footy's in our veins. It's time to go. It's the Northern Footy Show. Get out of our way. We wanna see them play.
All right, guys, welcome to the Northern Footy Show for what has been an absolute monster week in football. We're going to jump into all of these crazy upsets, injuries, ins and outs and craziness. JK, before we jump into it, welcome. And how did Avenel go? Let's talk country footy for the first minute.
First minute, I could talk for ages. Look, we had a really good win, 15 goals against Undara. I keep saying it wrong, but yeah, I don't really care about their name. We beat them by 15
anyone
goals.
Else that don't know where it is.
And a lot of the old ex-Northern players had really good days. Zach Hill, best on ground, former Mernda reserves
All the ones
player.
you stole, yep.
All the ones I stole, yeah. So whoever wants to jump on next year.
Interesting. Cav, and for you, a real decline in possessions this week. Very disgusting. There's been a lot of hate mail online.
Hit, mate.
Yep. So you're down to averaging what now? About 38, 48. 48. So would you have 32 on the weekend?
32, mate. Yeah, but some young players really stood up for us on the weekend. Some real future stars.
Good.
Jude Georgievski, probably the pick of the bunch, mate. So first win on the board. Got to sing the song for a lot of guys. The inner circle was bigger than the outer circle on the weekend, which was good. So hopefully keep that trend going.
I did watch a game back, and I watched young Adrian Dintel Santo. I was impressed with his game. He turned it on. It took him a little bit to get going, but I seen that he was on. But I agree, Georgievski, or however you pronounce his name, we're going with Georgievski.
Just go with Jude.
Was sensational.
Yeah,
absolutely sensational.
Yeah, he's a star. He's he'd be the quickest player in the league, I reckon, by far. He gets the ball from halfback, and he's just so damaging. He's overlap 2, 3, 4 possessions, chains it up, and then he's kicking the ball in the forward line. So absolute star.
Yeah, 39 and 2 goals on the weekend.
Damaging player.
That's huge. Absolutely huge. Now, you'll see up the top here before we introduce the greatest local football player of all time. Premier Data has jumped on board with us, which helps us on the show speak a bit more about people's statistics, allows us to dive into it a little bit more during the weeks. And whilst we don't share them with anyone, we're absolutely loving everything about it. Someone has just put up no KB, living the dream. But the first comment of the day was, please get the turtle on right now by Cody Stewart. Without any further ado, the greatest local footballer of all time, Kevin Brown, self-appointed, self-anointed, and everything else. KB, what has the week given to you?
Oh, it's always been.
Thanks for your time, KB. All right, we're going to jump.
Why am I wearing this?
Why are you wearing the McLeod jumper? Every week you have a different jumper.
Well, I've been giving McLeod a bit of a hard time, and I sort of like said, without Darcy,
we can tell via the hate mail.
Without Darcy Barton kicking 100 goals this year, they're in a bit of strife. And on the weekend, they played a pretty tough team in Whittlesea, and Whittlesea had a good win the week before, and McLeod gave them an absolute bath, and Darcy kicked, I think, 6 or 7. So, yeah, I'm eating humble pie again, and I'm wearing the old McLeod. I'm back on the board.
I love. Is there a jumper you don't have? Just so we know to put the shout out to those that come in. I know you got a bit excited by
got a Kilmore one, yeah.
Torpedo the turtle before, thinking he bought you a jumper, but he didn't.
I don't think I got a Kilmore. I don't think I've got a Monty, and I actually don't want a Monty one either.
You won't be getting one after that. All right, we're going to press forward because we've got a monster show. I've given up on 55 minutes. Everyone's going crazy for the turtle, but initially that came up here, no KB, living the dream, and then we introduced you, and Lockie Davies Culture said he's spewing that you're on. But anyway, yep, they've dropped off
hard. Game of the weekend too, Lockie.
They are asking for the turtle.
Cohen Stevens just says, "Where's the turtle?" Just sit patiently. The turtle won't be far. All right, guys. Can I do a little bit of self-promotion? Is it okay? You know I'm not one to talk about myself.
I mean, I usually do it. So your show, mate. Go for it.
So last night I was invited to MC an event
2 minutes too, Des.
called Flicker. I'm getting wound up by the king. Called Flicker of Hope. And I did. Flicker of Hope's a foundation which was started for Zoe, a 4-year-old girl who suffers from NF. It's like neurofibrocystic, so blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I can't say it. But anyway, I did get to go and catch it, and it was a great night. I'll put a couple of the photos up here. This was a setup. You had to hit the sign that you can see there. I've got a better picture of it somewhere along here. But I did get to rub shoulders with some of the elite, including Josh Dacos's partner, Annalise. She was sensational, taking heaps of photos with the kids. Fantastic. We ditched a couple of the AFL players to speak to Annalise. The king there, Peter Dacos, and I have to say he was sensational on stage. I actually tried to sell him for everything I possibly could to raise money, which was awesome. That's my cousin I haven't seen for 20 years, who's married to Sam Mitchell, so it was fantastic to catch up with her. Sam was there kicking as well. There was just so many people in the room. It was insane.
How much money did you raise?
We raised $360,000 on the night.
Excellent. So huge effort, mate.
It was fantastic. My auctioneer skills were in fine form. So that's a bit of self-promotion. We'll do a little bit more with Flicker of Hope. Boys, I want to speak to you very quickly. I'm going to start with Division 1. Then we've got a few guests here to get through tonight, because Division 1, I can't work it out, right? Other than physically ringing up Bundoora and apologising for not tipping them for the first 2 rounds. Let me go early. I'll tip them this week. They have been sensational. But Kath, I'm going to start with you, because Division 1 is really, really hard to work out what's going on. I think I've printed the wrong one. No, I haven't. I've got it. No, I've got it. All right, shut up. Right, here we go. All right, let's start with the wrong page. Let's go to Eltham first up. Eltham got home, according to you, KB. Sorry, I'll start with you because you were very opinionated on this one off air. Eltham got home 13-12-90 to West Preston, 13-11-89. You're saying
Very lucky by all reports.
By all reports.
3 or 4 minutes, I reckon. Eltham kicked 3 goals.
Right. So they were 3 goals down. I think you're on 2 or 3 goals down leading up. But they got the win. And, Kath, that's what matters at the end of the day. If you get the 4 points, that's what matters. All credit to West Preston because I thought they were going to get smashed every week and proves I know nothing about football. What does Eltham take out of a win like this?
Oh, I think the week leading into that weekend with what was went on down at that football club, losing arguably one of the biggest – and he wouldn't mind me saying, nuffies of local footy in the Valley. So a massive week for the football club. And I think just heading down there afterwards to have a beer with and get around the club and some people just getting around each other. Just absolutely stoked to get the win. And you're right, it was 3 goals I think in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and the winning goal was a bit of a freakish goal too. I'm told. So the emotions were high that night. So shout out to everyone down there at Eltham and Bongo the way he spoke to the club beforehand and then post game as well, and to Ash and the family and everyone down there, just condolences and well done for getting the win. Yeah, well done and very well said. And it would have been a win they wanted for more of that than anything else. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely would have meant everything to that football club. So, but as you said, what does it say about West Preston? What does it say about Eltham? We don't know. I think we're finding out a lot as each week goes by and each result comes in for every game. So the truth is, I don't know anymore 1 through 10. I couldn't tell you who's going to get relegated, and that's good for the competition. I have no idea. If you don't get off to a good start, though, you're in trouble. So let me ask you, Kath, and then I'll go through you go through these stats with us, JK, that we've got access to from Prem Data. Do you like the little plug? Kath, at what stage do you start saying, are we on the right track or are we in trouble? Is it 0-2, 0-3, 0-4? I mean, I don't know. You tell me if it was your side, at what stage? I think it's interesting. It's going to differ depending on each side and where you're at. So, from looking at a side that if they come up from Division 2, is it a side that's rebuilding? Is it a side that, pre-season they had ambitions of, hey, we're going for a flag, and you've stumbled at the hurdle the first 2-3 games? You might have to rethink where you are. How's your side sitting injury-wise? There's so many factors that go into it. And to be honest, when we've got a competition this even, you're not going to know probably for at least 3, 4, 5 games how you're going. And I think a lot's going to come back to the style that you're playing. You might not be getting the results early days, but are you playing your style of footy? And if you've got weight of numbers going that way, the results are going to come. So you got to stick with it. So, and you might not find out till 5, 6 games in, hey, our game plan, we might need to tweak a few different things. So it can take a while. I'd be pretty scared at 0-4 in a competition that's that close, because missing out on those 16 points and having none of them, would be pretty scary. I mean, if you're coaching this year at 0-4, are you panicking?
Look, it's probably a change of direction from where you think that your season was going to go. Obviously, with the close year that it is, if you're 0-4, finals is gone. And all of a sudden you start bringing up that big R word and relegation is in your face, and you've got to deal with that, and things will probably change with how they go about it.
Let's just finish off then on Eltham West Preston. David Evans for Eltham, 13 disposals, 4 goals, 5 marks inside 50 would have been real important, Kath. Ranked the #1 player for Eltham. And for West Preston, Christian Lawson, 36 disposals, 22 contested possession, 6 tackles. Half of what you get, but it's still a huge effort. Double the contested possessions, I got to tell you that. Huge. You got a bit of flack over that. But, these are great numbers for a side that was apparently in trouble. Go down to Arbandani, 29 disposals, 8 contested marks, 9 marks, 8 uncontested marks. You can't be giving guys with that experience that level of space, can you, KB?
Well, I was just going back to Christian Lawson, I was getting messages that will say at halftime at our game saying how good he was going. So Christian Lawson's a quality player, tough. Probably, I don't know, he didn't make AFL or even we'll say get in one of the VFL squads. So Yeah, West Preston now pretty well at this stage, I reckon.
Right, Declan Ayres up there with 17 disposal, and Daniel Annetta are obviously coming up from Watsonia. 19 disposals, 7 tackles. It's the tackles that would be really impressive. But for me, I think the game probably got one in the centre. I watched it back in 3-speed, and Nathan Jensen with 30 hit-outs, that's elite. That's very good.
Well, if you go to his counterpart on the other side, what's that?
Matty Harmon,
38
hit-outs.
38 hit-outs, 17 disposals. So he's going all right.
Yeah, look, they've fought it out, but in centre breaks, going through these stats, they did really well in the centre breaks. Anyway, good game for them. Let's quickly move on to Heidelberg Montmorency. So Heidelberg got the job done there. No shock, 13-12-90 to 5-7-37. Montmorency sit no, they got a draw in there.
Yeah,
draw and a draw and a loss.
0-1-1.
So they have 2 points.
Week, so that's
that's a tough one, and it's a big game too as well. So I mean, the pressure will start to come on for Heidelberg. Jack Andrew was rated number 1 with 16 disposals, 4 goals, 4 tackles. JK and Montmorency, William Jenkin, 21 disposals, 9 rebound 50s. 9 rebound 50s.
I'm assuming it was in there a fair bit.
Oh, so that's fantastic.
Someone's got to get it
What
out.
about Dan O'Dwyer?
Dan O'Dwyer, 28 disposals, 16 uncontested marks. How does
Full back.
How do you get 16
No one wants to go there.
uncontested?
It's too scary.
Full back, that means your full forward has given up 16 uncontested marks, does it not?
Well, obviously they're switching the ball as soon as they get the ball straight to Dan.
Well, I mean, Camden McIntosh for his game there, 22 disposals, 6 uncontested marks, and 7 marks. He did pretty well.
Is that enough for him though?
Oh, I think so. He's finding himself. You know, Lentini got his 24 touches again as usual. But for them, if they drop another one to Eltham, you'd be a bit panicky. You would be a bit panicky, and that's what I was leading into before, Kath. At what stage are you a little bit nervous when you're losing maybe to the sides you would suggest be below you, not Heidelberg?
You might, another team start to look at you as vulnerable too. Like you look at those top sides when a couple of you guys had Mont as your big challenger. So you start to lose that aura.
I did, yeah.
And teams coming up start to think, hey, they're not as good as what people think.
There was a season not too long ago, West Preston were 0-6 and then made the granny. So, they can turn it around quickly. But, obviously Heidelberg early up, like you're probably penciling that in as a loss. So
that's right.
One thing I've got very good at so far this season is eating a bit of humble pie. No weight jokes. But to me, not to you. You're in fantastic nick. I called him fat a couple of weeks ago. He's in great nick. But Bundoora got the job done, 11-6-72. And they accounted for North Heidelberg that I thought would get the chocolates there, 8-6-54. Calf. I mean, Bundoora, real deal. Second on the ladder, 2 and zip. They'll want to play it down a little bit. For me, one of their best leaders just does it. He gets credit, and I'd be interested in all your opinions here. But Jesse King, 9 disposals on the weekend. So 9 disposals, but 4 goals, 5 marks inside 50. It's all the extra things he does that you don't generally get credit for.
He was
superstar.
He was at Eltham Panthers. His old man was the coach there as a young kid, and he did everything right. The basics, his work rate, he was fit, he chased, he tackled, all that sort of stuff. So it's no surprise to see him at the top flight doing what he's doing now. And as you said, just might not be getting a massive amount of the touches, but it's maximum effect on both sides of the footy too. So it's a credit to him. So
it's a great effort by him. And for North Heidelberg, Angus McLennan arrives at the club, 22 disposals, 9 marks. He ranks number 1 for them. But Brody Bell, Hamish Murphy, Liam Barber, and Josh Hamilton all there with 20-odd disposals each. For Bundoora, O'Neill Moncrief comes down. He's just flying way under the radar at the moment. He racks up another 30 disposals, 11 clearances, and 8 tackles. You got to tag this guy, or you're going to have to watch him very, very close because he can destroy you pretty quick, and it's exactly what he's doing. Pete McAvoy, with all due respect, getting on in age like you, Kath. But you're better. You can't buy experience. And I was having this conversation with a guy on the phone. You can't buy experience. You can get the best kid who doesn't know how to do something. You can have all the skills, but if you don't know where to be, you're getting caught in between kicks, aren't you, Kath?
Yeah, that's right. You need those little bits of experience, in all lines, just to teach these young guys the way. learn good habits. And as the game goes on, especially early on when the huff gets going and all that sort of stuff and fatigue, it's those older guys that push those younger guys to keep running out games.
Yeah. Now, Bundoora have pretty much access to a full side. I think other than Luke Volvo might be due back in the next week or two, maybe a test this week, who knows. Liam Kohler in the ruck doing the job. The other big ruckman hasn't arrived. He's got some personal stuff, which is fine, no dramas, but Bundoora, fully fit, taking on Diamond Creek Saturday night.
Surprised you hadn't picked Bundy. You were talking them up pre-season too.
I did.
It does surprise me when you said,
I'm back. I was going to wear my Bulls top tonight.
So who do you give credit to?
Baby steps at a time.
Who do you thought will say Grant King? Or both?
Look, both.
Or
is
the whole
the
club
truth.
in general? Because last year would have been
I've said off there
relegation
1,000 times. The smartest brain in football I've ever heard from is Heath Scotland, and I stick with that to the day to day. When he speaks, you listen, you learn instantly. He probably didn't have the cattle last year to take in what he could deliver in the way he delivered it. So, there's a fine line in how you deliver that stuff. But you got to give credit to Grant King here. He's bought 15, 16 players here in a side that was expected to be on the bottom of the ladder.
Well, he did give me the whisper, we'll say probably about 3 months ago, that they would make the 5.
Yeah, did he? Didn't give it to me.
Gave it to me.
Yeah,
And I said, what drugs are you on, Grant?
May as well send it to the Herald Sun if you send it over to you. But for Bundoora, they are the real deal as they take on Diamond Creek. One of those sides will be undefeated come Saturday night, 9 p.m. So keep that in the back of your mind. Greensboro Banyule, do we really have to discuss this? I was there, seen a very good game of footy, but Banyule, all credit, 11-9-75, beat Greensboro 10-10-70. Both sides with same scoring shots. For me, the game got won. What's wrong?
Well, I was just going to point out the uncontested marks there. So obviously, they were chipping the ball around, controlling the footy. Jack Langford, I think I said he had 16 uncontested marks.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so their top two players had 28.
He was nothing short of sensational, Jack Langford, and JLV, because I still can't pronounce his name, but we're just JLV. Belisarius, is that how you get it out? Something like that. But he broke the game open. Last 5 minutes of the game.
Forward or back?
Oh, no, he played forward. Back. Sorry, back.
Last year in the final, didn't he go forward? Tall forward.
I think you can do it all, mate.
To be honest, he was a freak on the weekend. But JLV, what he did in the first 5 minutes of the last quarter, changed the whole game. I think Greensy were 18 points up or in that vicinity. Kick another goal, 24, 25 points. Games, you start hanging your head a fraction. That was a young Banyule side missing. Who was their star that was out on the weekend? I've gone blank. Kyle Yogi. Kyle Yogi. Lost a couple of others as well with injury. Brought in 319s kids, and my Lord. So JLV, Jack Langford was ranked number 1 on the day. Oliver Poole, 24 disposals, 7 clearers. Sam McClarty was special as well, 17 disposals, 3 goals, 7 marks. And Daniel Owen got his 16 disposals. For Greensy, Jack Johnson, Prem Data's ranked him number 1. I don't. I rate Thomas Brindley number 1 there, and by a fair way, to be honest. And no disrespect to Jack, who's a great player, but Thomas is special. Just absolutely special, Tom Brindley. He's everywhere. He's just a guy, doesn't speak much in the sense, he'll never say, what about me? He just goes out and gets the job done.
What position did he play?
Every position.
Forward,
that's what he does every
ruck.
week. Mainly up forward, but, he had to go into the ruck at some stages as well. And Jackson Hassler, he was sensational as well. Jackson Davies is always sensational. Big game, though, for Greensboro, now sitting 1-1, and they take on Hurstbridge this Saturday, which we're calling that game, you and I, JK, your first big calling game. And Baz is going to join us in the box for special comments, maybe at halftime or something, have a bit of a chat about the game, which will
He's a good man, Baz. So.
Which will be awesome. And then Hurstbridge Diamond Creek, before we lead into our first guest. I know this is going off in the background for the turtle. They're going absolutely bananas. There's more love for the turtle than anyone else. He's getting ready to suit up too. Oh, stay tuned. Don't leave the channel. Diamond Creek, 10-12-72 to Hurstbridge, 11-5-71. They lost Luke Collins in the first 5 minutes of the game. I don't know a club other than Hurstbridge that has been smashed harder with the injury stick this year. They have been flogged sideways. They've put up a good fight. But, Kath, let me ask you, Diamond Creek, are they the real deal?
Well, we have to say that they are now. Hurstbridge was my second choice behind Heidelberg, and they've beaten them. And as I said last week, you blokes had Mont and it was a draw. So you can't do much better than that with what they've done so far.
No.
Just a great defensive side, and clearly their game plan they've brought up to Division 1 is stacking up and troubling some sides. So it's great to see. It really is great to see.
Led all day from the 7-minute mark.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. Joel Naylor for Hurstbridge, 12 disposals, 5 goals. He got their number 1 for the day on Prem Data. Blake Fitzgerald, 28 disposals, 16 contested possessions, 9 clearances. Superstar, Lockie East, 11 and 5. Cooper Perrin there as well for Diamond Creek. Liam Farrar. I say this wrong every week. It is Farrar, isn't it? Farrar. No, we're going Farrar.
My man Boothie.
Boothie, 23 disposals, 10 clearances, Superstar. 8 tackles. Dale Marshall, another one where age just doesn't make a difference to him. 21 disposals, 9 clearances. Joel Randall and Bronson Hill all in the best. Look, tough week ahead for some of these sides, and we'll talk about that, very, very quickly. We're not going to spend all day. When we get to the tips, we'll have a chat about it. But very interesting first one. Now, we're not even going to go to an ad because we've got to try and get to 55 minutes. So, KB, you can bugger off. You're not on yet. Don't you get excited because he's a bit jumping. He's all look at this.
Oh, wow.
You want to see how I can hear it going off in the background? I'll start to put these up. We've got what you come on in. Bring your gear with you. We're bringing in Brett.
How's that for an
that is get on in here, Brett. There's plenty here, all for the turtle. Everyone wants the turtle. I've never seen so much love.
Keep them coming.
Ex-AFL Premiership player, thumbs down, turtles up. You've been done by a turtle. Who was it? All right, turtle is peak. David Nelson says, fab, awesome game to watch. Go Creek. I'm surprised Joel Grote hasn't been on yet. He's probably still recovering, I reckon. And Saxon wants the turtle as well. There's a lot of love going over there for the turtle. We want the turtle, Blake Cameron.
Oh, my God.
The funniest thing. All right, let's go to you, Brett. Brett, welcome to the show. A couple of weeks ago, you did something amazing and you sent us in some bottles. Kath can be our little model. Male model from Mudgee, engraved a couple of Northern Footy Show bottles for us. And I asked you to come on the show because I don't think clubs are aware that they can get merch sourced locally. So tell us what you do, what's so special about, is it called Etched in Text?
Etched by Text.
Tell us a little bit about your business. You got 5 minutes, go.
5 minutes. So it's only new. It's only been less than 12 months old, really. So I want to give back to the community. That's my main thing with it all. Starting off with obviously the sporting clubs. I'm involved with the Reservoir Sporting Club, so I've gone on board this year with being a sponsor. But yeah, just networking out as much as I can. Exciting news in a couple of weeks. I've just been approved, so I'll be doing trophies and awards now too. So
great,
I'm doing the whole kit and caboodle.
So you do like laser engraving, pretty much.
Absolutely.
We've had a couple of things from you. You've got an AI picture of bottle openers of the great JK behind us. There's something over there. What's the one you've made up for KB?
So this one for KB the other day. Always fishing for a bite. A nice little image of KB drinking his beer.
Pretty good.
But, I just don't focus on sporting clubs either. I focus on businesses, everything around the school. So as you can see here, one of the businesses that got through for us, Dibble Electricals, doing their business cards for them, even like little crafts and stuff for like schools. Kids love doing it.
Great. So if a club wants to get some bottles made up and they want to give away maybe as a best on ground prize, or how do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, so just hit me up on Facebook, Etched by Text, or jump on the website, www.etchedbytext.com.au.
Someone's shown some love. You obviously know Monique Walker.
Yes, that's the boss.
That's the boss. That's the one you want to get the love from. Yeah. Good on you. And it's great. I use mine every day. They're great. They're lightweight. They're reliable. Kath's got his. Said some horrible things about you the last couple of weeks. It worked. You got it. That's the main thing. What else do you do? So if someone rings you and wants 50 of these, can you do 50, or are you limited to a number?
Absolutely.
Where you're at?
There's no limitations, just time.
All right. So if you're a club and you're thinking, how do we raise some money? I'm happy for you to tell them their price. I don't want to make anything out of it. But if someone wants to get a bottle like that you've just made for Kath, the Northern Footy Show on it, and his name, where you might make ones called Best on Ground and Yarrambat Football Club, whoever it is. I've no ties to Yarrambat. Don't send me hate mail. What are they worth? What will it cost a club each?
A bottle like this is just $30. So.
Right, $30. Bang! It's personalised. It's engraved. It's for you. Right. Off you go. And they can sell them behind the canteen. They can do anything they want as well. I love it. And even these little giveaways we gave away at the Laylaw Bloods
I reckon
game.
they'll be a hit.
Yep, they are a hit. They sold out of them at the North Heidelberg Laylaw game in 20 minutes.
There you go.
$5 each. We sold them for on the day. I think they cost about $3-4, something like that. And we donated all the money to the foundation that day that we were supporting. So if anyone wants to get hold of yourself, it's text by
Etched by text.
Etched by text. I'm sure at this. I went too hard last night. Sorry, mate. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Keep plugging it on our show. We're happy to get it out there for everyone. Just before you go, someone's sending sexy comments in here for Kath. What's going on here? Oh, it's Peter Dawson. Looking sexy, Kath. Gee, he must be off Juddy. Juddy won't be happy to have.
Juddy's the next comment.
Cheating. Oh, Juddy. What's Juddy coming with? Very good. JK looking very fit. He is. I called him Fat Juddy a couple of weeks ago, and he hasn't eaten since. He was out the front sticking his fingers down his throat half an hour ago, but he's all right.
Didn't eat much on the weekend, I guarantee you.
No. Did you have a 4 o'clock souvlaki?
Nah.
Was it a 6 a.m. souvlaki?
Keep
Keep going. Oh, my God. Oh, they went hard, the boys. All right. Well, thank you so much, Brett, for coming on. We really appreciate what you've done for the show. That's amazing and awesome. I'm going to exit you out and exit in the sports coach guy. And I know everyone wants a turtle. Stop texting me. The turtle is coming, and he's going to be very, very special. He's actually going to yes, you boys exit. Look how unprofessional this is. You come into the middle. Look at this. We're not running ads tonight. We're going to stay under 55 minutes. We will do heaps of promos on the other. And you jump in here, mate. You jump in there, KB. Excellent. Now, for those who do not know who this is the great Tyler Ramsey. And now Tyler is the son of Gary Ramsey. Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were you a good footballer?
Yes.
I want you to rate yourself out of 10 as a footballer. Rate yourself out of 10. Give yourself a rating. Yep.
Overall, probably about 4.
4? Well, I think you probably ranked yourself a little high, and I want to play this. I interviewed your dad on Saturday morning. Just have a listen to this.
He's a great. He's a great. He's done some really good background in his coaching. He's been amazing supporter, all the way through. But if I say that he used to train hard at footy, but footy ability it wasn't his. He's a kinder person than a great football. And we did set his line. The last game he played at Whittlesea, we set his line at over and under 2.5 disposals.
That's definitely getting a run.
And the unders won.
Who needs enemies when you got a dad?
I'll tell you what, jealousy an ugly colour. I didn't. The man he heard I was getting a bit of media time. He got before the game. He's candy just because he's not the best looking Ramsey anymore. That's it.
You've taken over.
Oh, yeah.
You're in good shape. That's a good news. Now, the reason we've got you on, I had a conversation, KB, a couple of weeks ago with some junior parents, right? And we've spoken before about these Coach Smart boards designed by the great Gary Ramsey. You're going to pull one out for me, I'd say, here at the board. KB, even game time at under 11s, 12s, 13s important, or making sure that guys get rotated correctly. Now, we have a lot of junior coaches. I know that the Yarrambat Club's watching tonight. We did a promo. We're going to speak about that in a minute for them. These boards help you rotate the player, don't they?
Yeah, they do that. They do so much more as well. So I'll hold up here for people to see. So the Coach Smart Development Board, it's a tool, like you said, to help players rotate. So we've got it color coordinated here. It all goes by quarters. So, for example, you might start the first quarter in a back pocket, second quarter, line down, go to a wing, third quarter, down, half forward flank, fourth quarter, bench. So the concept is it's giving kids a fair go on the ground in all different positions, especially at such a young junior age. And I think there really needs to be a focus on developing the whole player, not just in one similar position. As a 10-year-old, you shouldn't be pigeonholed into playing a back pocket, into just a wing. The board is, it's like I said, a tool to develop the whole player. Then if you look on the back, we have also a teaching tool with the coach's code of conduct. So just a reminder for why we're here in the first place. Winning's good. There's nothing wrong with winning, but at the end of the day, in junior football, we want to be teaching these kids the fundamentals. We want them making strong friendships with their mates. And we just want to have a good community, not just at junior football, but a whole of local football. That's the reason why we do it.
The reason I asked you to come into this is because you've had a lot to do with junior football, probably more than anyone else here.
At the end of the day, you always need a position of difference, especially when you go down the, we'll say, Northern Knights. And a lot of kids go down Northern Knights and they're only predominantly on ballers. So a board like this will teach you how to play a half-back flank. Then you might go on board, then you might play a forward pocket. So you're getting 3 different zones and you get 3 different abilities. So when you go down the Northern Knights, if you got put in the back pocket, you'll know actually how to defend that back pocket and play the position. Whereas a lot of, and I shouldn't say, there's a lot of coaches in junior football are coaching for one reason usually, and that's to get their kid to the highest possible position.
Yep.
So that kid can only play as an on-baller.
Because what happens, doesn't it, Tyler, is coaches, and I've coached, you want to win. Right, you're trying to get a winning mentality in them, but sometimes when I took on my first coaching job, I didn't plan to coach. They couldn't get a coach. So having a board like this to help me understand the rotations and guide it through, go and say to them, you're going to be here, then you go to here. Because wouldn't it be nice if the kids come off and move the magnets themselves to where they needed to go or spoke to you about it? I really enjoyed playing back pocket today. Please don't, I don't want to play forward line anymore. I'm no good. Or let us help you develop there for 1 quarter every 3rd week. You'll end up there. Or it can help people find their strength. Because I agree, and I spent most of my time down on the interchange section there, KB, with my
Don't worry, so do I.
my coach left me there. Yeah, and KB, you're getting a bit of credit here. You're saying you're absolutely spot on from Pete Dawson. That this does happen a lot at junior level and it's no good. You're getting a bit of love off Michael Thompson saying the family's crying about the overs and unders bet. They would have made a lot of money in his career ongoing. A lot of love for the turtle here. A lot of love.
I came for the turtle too.
You came for the turtle too. Everyone's here for the turtle. He's primed. He's had 9 cans though. I'm not sure.
Can we also use the other board with the stoppages and so forth?
Let's have a look.
I use the other board when I was coaching under 15s, and I reckon the other board's pretty good as well.
Yeah.
You got what, 3 different boards?
Yeah, 3 different boards. So I'll show you now the Advanced Plus board. So there's 2 senior boards, Advanced Board and Advanced Plus. I'll show you
the one that allows for 64 possessions in a game. I'm talking about KB too, not CAF.
So if you look at the front, you've got all your positions. You've got your key statistics at the front.
What would that be for, your key statistics? Like
So-
stoppages inside 50s?
Yeah,
so forth?
whatever you want. So, for example, when Dad was coaching McLeod, we would have tackles, missed tackles, inside 50s. And
Well, Cap wouldn't get a missed tackle because he doesn't tackle.
Oh, he's getting smashed.
Then you've got your interchange, then key players, who's playing on them, and then the back, sort of the real special part. It's divided up into what?
Love
Five different sections there. You've got area for ball movement, your kickouts, their kickouts, notes on their game style, and stoppage plays. So this is our real professional board designed for those older levels into senior football.
And this one, they're all Australian made, aren't they?
All Australian made. So we get them done locally in Dandenong, and
Yep.
they're browse. The quality of them are fantastic. Like, just as an example, Dad had his from the first year that the business was created, about
Yep.
10 years ago,
Okay.
and only just got a new one this year.
Oh,
so it's
wow.
held out, fantastic.
What about player magnets? You got player magnets
Yep.
as well? So you got a whole
I'll
set
take
of
that one
magnets.
off
You can
you
get
as
them.
well.
Yep. So we also sell blank white magnets. We've got carry bags, and then just all little bits of extra parts as well, just pens, etc. But yeah, the crux of it all for the business, it's all around giving reducing coaching planning time. You know, as a coach, it can take some, especially as a junior coach. You touched on it before. You didn't actually go into, saying, "Oh, I want to do this." You didn't have anyone else, and so I'm just going to have to step into that.
Yep.
There's a lot of planning for juniors coaches. Then you think, "Oh, I've got to give this kid a go, get kid a go. I don't know what I'm doing." That all of these boards are designed to reduce planning time, and I truly believe all the boards are designed with a footballer's mindset in mind. It's designed around the footballer's mind. Dad created this to help his own coaching.
It didn't help you. What happened there?
I wasn't good enough to use it. The funny thing is,
You are using it now, though.
He's not my harshest critic, though. Mum is.
Oh, no.
Mum-
God, lucky we
Mum-
didn't get her on the show.
Mum once told me after an under-12s game, after getting, I think, another 3 touches, just gave me the silent treatment for 5 minutes, turned around and said, "You don't have to play if you don't want to."
Ironically, they created this board. Now, just quickly before I let you go, you've got basketball,
I was gonna ask
netball.
that, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
How important?
Yeah, again, just going back at junior level, all kids should be getting a fair go. All kids
Yep.
have the right to be developed. Again, it should be. There's nothing wrong with setting standards. There's nothing wrong with winning, but the goal of junior sport is for kids to enjoy it and develop the whole player.
You know what I
totally
love
agree.
this board for, and I
Yes.
do mouth off about this, is if the Northern Knights done this, because lots of kids will say pigeonholed into one positions, but a lot of kids don't actually know that position. So if a kid went to Northern Knights and used his
Learned
board,
about it.
they go from back to mid to forward, then they're off. And they get, we'll say, 3 different zones in the one game, which would be good for everyone because a lot of kids don't know how to play zones.
And where do they find these, Tyler?
So they can find them on our website, which is www.coachsmart.com.au, or they can email me directly at tyler@coachsmart.com.au.
Can
Okay.
we get a rough price range and so
Yeah.
forth?
So for the complete kit, I'll do the complete kit price range. So that includes whiteboard, small board for rotations, magnets, texters, pen, and cloth.
Yep.
You're looking at, for a junior kit, 190.
It's nothing.
And for a senior kit, 210.
I know you probably can't do this, but if they buy today or tonight, can we give them a 10 or 20% discount?
100%.
100% discount. No, what we're going to do is I'm going to transfer you the money out of my personal account tonight for a full kit. But what I want to happen is I want over the next, between now and next Wednesday when we announce it, I want coaches to actually write in and tell us how it's going to help your club. The best answer, I will come down and deliver it with Tyler. I'll drag you out. We'll go down, we'll explain it, and we'll do a bit of a video on it. So I'm happy to fund that myself, buy it. Let's give one away as a team. KB wouldn't need it because he
I've
just
already got one.
Yeah, there you
my
go.
garage,
I was
so
gonna
if
say
I
you wouldn't
wanted
need it
to-
because you were just playing wherever you wanted to anyway. But we're going to give one away. Tyler, thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having
I know you only came for the turtle, but everyone for the turtle is going to have to wait just a fraction longer because we've still got to do division. The turtle stuff's going. I can't believe how crazy this is. I'm going to a very, very quick commercial break and we'll be back.
Need a mechanic you can trust in the Diamond Valley? At Diamond Valley Auto Care, we've been keeping locals safely on the road for years. From logbook servicing to brake repairs, diagnostics, and aircon regassing, we do it all quickly and professionally. We treat your car like it's our own, with honest advice, expert care, and no surprises. Proud sponsors of the Northern Footy Show, book now at diamondvalleyautocare.com.au. Local, reliable, and ready to help.
For the turtle. Look, we're back on live, so you can't get better than this. The turtle's going to have to wait 5 more minutes. Stop sending me hate mail. The turtle is coming. We have to do Division 2, and I'll prelude why it's worth waiting because the turtle is taking my seat, and the turtle is going to host the last section of the show. He's going to host Division 3. He's going to ask you guys for your tips, and he's going to give his tip. The turtle is blind drunk over here. He's had 14 cans already. He's on fire. He's got half the outfit on back to front. Boys, look, this is what's he say here? What's going on here? The turtle must be sobering up at this rate. No one wants to wait for you. Good on you, Daz, footybanners.com. How much for cash? There's always someone wants to pay cash. So 20% discount off 190 is about $40. We'll probably make it 50 if you drop the cash off to Tyler direct. I'm sure he'll look after you a little bit there for cash. I won't say what I was going to say. KB, you are talking sense tonight. Peter Dawson's losing his mind, but he did cheat on Lee Judd earlier today, so it doesn't matter. Boys, let's jump into Division 2 very quickly because it's clearly no one wants us. Everyone wants the turtle. We're going to quickly fly in here. Okay, so Division 2, first game, Fitzroy Stars winless after 2 rounds. KB will jump the table in a minute, I know. Fitzroy Stars 13-13-91. They're scoring fantastic, though. Went down to Lower Plenty, another one who I didn't tip, so sorry, Lower Plenty. 15-8-98. Got the job done by 7 points. KB, you were there. Matty Williamson, 10 disposals, 4 goals for you guys, but
Matty kick 5, actually.
What's that?
Matty kick 5.
It says 4 here, mate.
Yeah, well, he kicked
I don't
5.
know,
He
mate.
might be happy.
You'd had 14 cans by half time. How would you know? And Jack Chubb, 10 disposals, 6 goals, 7 marks. Obviously put a little bit of damage into you, as did Jack Hutchinson. Hutchison, just work with me. 27 disposals, Seth Hill 11, and 47 hitouts. Seth
It's a big
Hill
day.
for Lower Plenty, insane. Nev Jetta, 28 disposals, another one that gets better with age. Start calling him Penfolds. Ethan Penrith, 28 disposals, 10 tackles, 9 clearances. KB, what went wrong for the Stars?
I'd say second quarter, a little bit of discipline. I think by the time the ball got back to the centre, there was 3 goals scored. They kicked 6 or 7 in a row in the second quarter. It wasn't a real big breeze, but just we lacked a little bit of discipline and probably cost us the game. We got in front towards the end. We probably should have won again. But to will say their credit, Jack Chubb after halftime was magnificent. Ex-Monty bloke just started taking all these big grabs, and he was sensational. Madison kicked a couple in the last, we'll say, half. I don't think he turned up till halftime because I didn't see him, and someone told me he did turn up at halftime because he had commitments at Richmond.
Wow.
So he did turn up at halftime, and he was pretty good. Hill on the ruck, mate, the man is a mountain.
Yeah.
He is huge. And anyone who plays against him, he's like already 7 foot.
Really? That's huge. So what do you take from this, Caf? Have they been stiff? They've lost both games by very small margins. They could easily be 2-0, and everyone's saying, oh, my God, Fitzroy Stars have come up and they've changed it. I'd be pretty positive about it. What do you
round
take?
one, they played Northcote Park.
At
and they're
Northcote
sitting
Park
on
under
top of the
lights.
ladder, and I think they're a bit of an unknown. I know you're big on them. And they only just went down to them. So, again, they've come up a division, finding their feet. They haven't been blown away. They've been right there amongst it. Lower Plenty in Northcote Park, they're no slouches. So they're competitive, they're right there, and they're going to get better and adapt as the year goes on. So I'm holding tight on my Fitzroy Stars.
I think if you look at, we'll say, the Prem data, we just about want every part apart from the scoreboard. So good. Obviously, credit to Lower Plenty. They were pretty good for the day.
Yep,
and stuff
good on
like them. And they, we had first quarter, 5 goals, 4, missed a couple out in the full, and we dominated. So to their credit, their second quarter was magnificent.
Oh, good on Lower Plenty, got 4 points. Another one I got wrong. But JK, one I haven't got wrong this year, and as Kath just said, I'm a big fan of what I've seen of Northcote Park to date. I think them having a huge win against Panton Hill might have been expected. Kath was the only person that tipped Panton Hill last week because he shit his stacks just because the guys were in the room. But 15-13, I'm pretty brave when I'm a step away, aren't I? 15-13, 103. Northcote Park got the job done over Panton Hill, 8-4-52. Credit to Panton Hill. They're fighting. They were in it for most of the game there, till half time. But, you got to take the pros of where you are. They're not expected to be up the top this year, but I do think Northcote Park are Ricky Fandrich, 9 disposals but 4 goals. Really, really important. He got number 1 pegs there. Ty O'Brien, who I loved down there that night, KB. Yeah, he's huge, mate. He's just a monster. Great recruit. 14 disposals, 10 tackles, and 11 contested possessions. Matthew Perry, 18 disposals. Alistair Punchin, 9 disposals, but 34 hitouts in the ruck. So that would have relieved the other big fella who we loved on that night, the young kid.
31.
Yes, can't think of his name. It can't even say. And Patrick Vannon in there. But for Panton Hill, Sammy Parks, bang, says I'll take number 1 pegs and gets 18 disposals. Yep, Nicholas Parks, Oliver Parks. And if you're not a Parks, you won't be picked this week. That's pretty much how it goes. Where does this game go? Sorry about the cover. I'm losing it. I was working late last night.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure. Obviously, Northcote Park, probably you'd be happy with the fixture to start with. Fitzroy Stars coming up from Div 3, Panton Hill tipped to be down the bottom.
We'll find out next week. They got McLeod, so that's a big game.
So that's probably one that we need to see before we can judge. But obviously, 2-0.
Let's see where they're at. Then we move over to South Morang. South Morang made a statement why they should have been picked first or second on the ladder. They've come back without Cumberland as well, and they've gone 19-11. That's 30 scoring shots, 125 to St Mary's, 9-16, 70. They've also been smashed with the injury stick a bit, St Mary's. Sometimes it's about getting right. You need them right at the end of the season as well, but I probably expect St Mary's to get a lot closer in these games if they're going to challenge for those top 3 positions. They are doing a tough. I did speak to their coach online the other day, sucked him into playing in the Fight MND match. Just said I want to line up on CAF.
Oh, Jesus, everyone's taking
He didn't really, but I'm just building it up. But, for South Morang there, Tyrone Leonardi's goes bang 32
Probably
disposals.
had him in the top 10 players.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
I didn't. But yeah, there you go.
You didn't. Tyson Gresham, 28 disposals. Davin Cameron, 31 disposals. Look at that. Your first three guys, sensational. Stefan Ali, always in the best. 36 headouts, which is amazing. And for St. Mary's, Josh Corelli, 28 disposals, 10 inside 50s. He ranked number one for them. Will Dean, 27 possessions. At what stage do St. Mary's start going, is our injury depth a little bit too deep? Are they right to fight back? Or it's just way too early, isn't it?
Did Kitchelan will say, can we play?
Yep, I think so.
So
Yep.
they're pretty much
Yep,
full
he did.
strength. But St. Mary's...
No, they're not at full strength. They've lost a couple of guys with
but are they
injuries.
coming
Season
back?
ending, no.
So they're not coming back. So they could have been at full strength.
Mm.
And they also beat McLeod last week, who just pumped Whittlesey.
Yep.
So, you know what, maybe
it was just the day out.
How it goes.
Day out. I think you're making
Whittlesey
sense.
beat South Meringue, so all four of them are just beating each other.
Oh, the Turtle's asleep.
You know
The
what?
Turtle's asleep over
Yeah,
there.
He's on his back.
I would suggest St. Mary's are a way better team than them travelling.
Yeah, okay.
That small little crappy ground they play on with the pitch at the centre half forward.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to
And
play
South
on that
Meringue and
ground.
South Meringue are always better as well.
South Meringue are great there. So I reckon St. Mary's, we'll test them when they play away and win.
Now have a look at this game. The next one being Old Paradians, Thomastown. We're looking at the worm. It's up, it's down. The lead changed time, plenty of time. So fantastic. But in the end, Thomastown went down 14-9-93 gallantly to Old Paradians, 14-15-99. Old Peas, I did
2-zip.
I did say that they wouldn't make the 5.
Yeah, good start
I think
from you.
I think that will be one of the first ones I
Kiss the
retract. Just anyone on Plenty Road that I've tipped to not have a good year, I'm back. I'm back on board on Plenty Road. All right, so I'm back on the Bulls. I'm back on Old Paradians. But good on them, fantastic effort. And Thomastown, great effort again. You know, they're not going to be the pushover. I thought they might have been second last. That's not going to happen. What an even competition, Kath.
Yeah, massively even, which is great to see. So as you said, I think we might have underestimated Thomastown, but for OPs, just another win, 2-zip. Wouldn't say flying, but they're just banking those wins at the moment that they have to, which is going to be so important with such an even comp to make the 5.
Absolutely.
So.
How does this guy not get number one ranking points for the day? Connor McDonald had 37 disposals, 50 hitouts, and 30 contested possessions.
You got number 1?
Michael Boundy got 12 disposals, 4 goals, 4 marks inside 50. Now, I'm not sure how the ranking point works. I'm going to do some investigation. But for me, if you had 37 disposals and 50 hitouts, I'm probably going to give you the benefit of the doubt in the winning side.
Might be a 4 in that one.
Sam Philp, 24 possessions, and Kyle O'Sullivan, 26. All right, last game before we get to Sleeping Turtle, who's stuck on his back over there. McLeod Whittlesey, while young Tyler's sitting in the room and he's happy to just jam one into his dad for that shitty fit. I interviewed Gary Ramsey before the game on the Saturday morning show, and I wouldn't say he was overconfident at all. He was confident, as you should be. I selected them to finish top of the ladder, but some of the players might not have rocked up till 3/4 time looking at the scoreline, because McLeod went bang 16-12, 108 to Whittlesey 3-12-30. That is a smacking, JK.
Yeah, speaking to a couple of former boys at Whittlesey, they just never play well there apparently. So, yeah, a bit of a bogey ground, but as KB mentioned before about his man Barden, once he kicks goals, they're a different side. So.
Ranked number 1, 2, Darcy Barden with 19 disposals, 7 goals.
Been listening to KB the last couple of weeks, I reckon.
Yeah, I think he's got a picture of him up on the wall.
Looking at that, like Whittlesey's best players still play were their best players in the day. So it's an interesting one.
Mitch Andrews, 30 disposals, 6 rebounds. Bailey Robinson, 20 disposals. Sam Clarence Robinson's been in there 2 weeks in a row. And Ty Bland there with his 12 disposals, 5 tackles, and 7 inside 50s. Do we just dismiss this as a bad day at the office?
Well, usually
they've got a lot of talent.
They don't play well down there anyway. So I'd say Whittlesey is still top 3.
Yep, I think you might be right. Well, guys, my night's just about over because I've been replaced by many over the years. I've been replaced by JK. I've been replaced by Kath. I've been replaced by the great Kevin Brown. Doesn't get better than that. I can't put up literally all the messages that are coming through here.
The Turtle, he's hosting.
The Turtle's taking this seat. He's taking over. I've got to now Turtle, before you come on, I'm going to flick over to here. If you can't see, Steph Shett, you can control the match report one. Oh, there's no Div 3 on Prem Data. It doesn't matter. So here's Div 3. You're going to talk about, you're going to he can talk about next week's games. You talk about the games that have just been in Div 3. All right.
And you work out the sound while you're not on.
No, the sound's good tonight. Everyone's liking it. But at this point,
Turtle.
I've never been replaced by anyone more than the turtle.
Here
We
we
don't
go.
have a clapping sound, but here he is.
Here we go. He's on.
About time.
Welcome, great man. Well, you've had a few beers.
Yeah, a few.
He kept you off for a while.
That's it.
We do have to talk about last week's games, as I've just been instructed is now my job. Look,
Can I ask a question first? Why is it the turtle?
Yeah, tell us, please.
How did you get the job?
Put my hand up. Pretty stupid enough to do it, so thought give it a go.
Yeah, a few cans before you done it, or you just went out and just done it?
Did it dead sober. So
Did ya?
that was the worst part about it, I reckon. Yeah, not good.
What do you got planned next? You got to follow up.
Got to go to a few of the sponsors. So Panton Hill Pub, there's a few other ones. So try to get around, support them.
Would we ever see you down Greenspread Complex doing the round?
Nah, no chance.
No chance. All right, so tell us about what you did, and what it did for the community, and you mentioned a few boys at McDonald's as well before.
Yeah, so pretty much just stood in the roundabout like an idiot.
School holidays?
Yeah, school holidays. So there's a few kids in Macca's and KFC harassing us, asking what we were doing. But yeah, about it.
Zach Cole's basically just asked you to read that. I know you've had a few, but surely you can read that.
Where's Zach Cole?
It says, Darren Cardamone, we are coming for you. And
Yep.
so the big torpedo of the turtle is going to be having a crack. He's going to be getting around to all the sponsors.
That's it.
What we're going to do, we're going to quickly talk about the Turtles' big win on the weekend against King Lake, 90-54. My math says 6-goal win. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Who played well?
Geez, few of the boys played well.
Logan
Logan
Maroney,
Martin,
best on.
yeah, Bodie had a few good tackles in there.
McCullum boys, how'd they go?
Yeah, Blakey went all right. James went all right.
Thompson boys?
Yeah, Lenny got jumper punched. Bit coward of that player, whoever he was. But Ruben stood up for his younger brother, which is good.
Well, you know what? It doesn't sound like it was a great day for King Lake either way.
No.
We've got a coward and they got pumped. So
Yep, that's it.
we had obviously Epping 107-41, 11-goal winners. Calf, as you
Is
said,
that all?
he had 32. Yeah, look, is that all? Is probably where I'm at too. But geez, the young boys went well, didn't they?
Yeah, as I said earlier, it was the first win for so many boys at the football club. We jumped Layla at the start. We're up, I think, 7 goals at quarter time. We're flying. Daniel Racklin, 7 goals, 3, probably another 4 or 5 shots that didn't score. So he could have had an absolute
Big
it
12.
was a bag. We could have had a really big bag. Jude Georgieski, as we said, absolutely dominated. Louis DaCosta off half back, played really well, took a lot of contested marks. And Dinter, as we said earlier, speaking about as well, was pretty dirty on himself from his first game the previous week, and just showed that he should really dominate this level. So some really good signs for us. Layla as well too to hang in there, being down 7 goals at quarter time, and
Yeah,
it was pretty even for the rest of the game too, and really took it up to us. So good effort from them.
And a cheeky giggle here.
Yeah,
We mentioned Layla. I'll ask you your thoughts later. I think you can play them this week.
Yep, sure do.
Yeah, can't wait to hear about it. All right, Lorimer, match of the round against Mernda, won by 10 points. Our man, Mickey Thompson, mate, he was going bananas in our
One of the best games of local footy, I've
Yeah,
heard.
one of the best games of local footy.
He got a bit excited, did he?
He did get a little bit excited, Mickey T. The group chat was going off, but I didn't check that, to be honest. But then we had Watsonia beating Reservoir by 9 points.
Big Clokey.
8 points, Big Clokey kicking 9. And he decided to get the same tattoo as me. Good on him. Did he mention his goals to you this week?
He did. He may or may not have messaged me during the week. So we play Watsonia this week. So it's his 300th. He has informed me. So he's going to be up and about for that. Got the new tattoo to show off for it, and closing in on 900 goals as well, which is a massive achievement as well. So well done him. Kicked 9 goals. Go down to the side at Watsonia. He's lost a lot of players, a lot of young guys, and obviously playing a pivotal role there. So great to see Watsonia get their first win, and it's going to be a massive game this week.
Now, we're talking about big moments. Obviously, he just said Clokey's close to 900 goals. You'd be close to that too.
Oh, yeah, a few. Probably 500.
500,
We're not talking about the backyard.
They all count. They all count.
That's it.
The Turtle's thirsty. Give him a can. He's got his Pepsi right there.
Good old Pepsi Max.
Our final Div 3 game. was Ivanhoe to Heidelberg West. And after looking at the stats, mate, other than being the bloke kicking out for Heidelberg West, it was Ivanhoe's
29
day.
points.
I think there were 6 blokes that had over 30.
Marcel Moran, 34 and 5 goals, and then every other A grader in that side having mid 30 touches. Schultze kicking 5 goals. I think they kicked 23 goals, 30.
29.
Yeah, so that could have been, pile another 10 goals on. So that's scary signs for everyone that's coming up against them.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But as I said, whoever's kicking out against them, happy days.
Yeah, well, I kick out for Epping most of the time.
Yeah, you don't have to say that with your 64, mate. There's a reason for it. But yeah, they'd be pretty happy. We've got to get back to you, Torpedo the Turtle. Look, there's some big games coming up this week in Division 3. We can start off with the big one. Match of the round, according to the boys at the Dome.
Yeah, Turtles versus Laylaw.
Where are they playing?
At their home deck. So,
best canteen in the league.
Yeah, that's it.
What's the first order?
Oh, I have to ask Zach Cole for that one.
Zach Cole, he does love the canteen, doesn't he?
Chips and gravy for you.
Chips and gravy, 100%.
Tom's too.
Good HSPs. All right, so you can take the show now. You're going to ask us who we're tipping, and we'll go from there.
That's a sheet.
I think did you leave it? No, he's still shut. Daz. Whenever Daz leaves the show, he self-sabotages it, so we look shit. All right, let's start there.
All right. So first game, Watsonia Epping.
All right, Watsonia Epping. First time they're playing each other since in Division 3 since the 2016 grand final. What's our thoughts?
Oh, my thoughts is it's an Epping win.
Epping win, yeah.
So,
well, obviously for you, but
whereabouts is it? Down on Watsonia.
Yeah, it's at Binno.
You know what? I reckon they're with Tellerico Barters, and they've got a few young kids at Greechers coming through. I reckon they might challenge Epping down there, especially with Clokey. I'm not sure he's going to play on Clokey. Big Cam, I want to see another 9 goals, and if you get 9 goals, I reckon you'll come away with the victory.
I reckon it's a forward off. Whoever kicks the most goals out of Racklin and Cloak, the winning team will be from their team. Who do you think will win that game, mate?
Oh, I reckon Epping got a strong win over that one, maybe.
Grouse, I love the inside as well. You loving it. Yep. Continue.
Next game, Kilmore, Heidelberg West.
Where's that at? Kilmore.
That is at Kilmore's home deck.
Look, it's probably a big one for Kilmore. If they can go 2-0 to start the year. Heidelberg West, obviously coming off the big loss. I'm going to go Kilmore, 5 goals.
Yeah, it's tough to bounce back from for Heidelberg to then jump on the road and go play Kilmore up at Kilmore. I think Kilmore are a serious side this year, and I'm going to tip them by 10 goals.
Well, Heidelberg West got beat by 120 points up there last year, but they didn't have much of a team. I'd say they've got a better team this year, and they'll get beat by 10 goals.
Who are you tipping?
Yeah, Kilmore. They're pretty strong at their home deck. So
love it.
Give it to them.
Beauty.
Next game is Lorimer Kinglake at Lorimer.
Oh, it looks like a danger game for Kinglake after obviously losing to your
danger.
Big danger. Yeah, I'm thinking it could be 20 goals.
20 goals game for Deuter as well, I'm being told.
Yeah. We did say that. You know what? He was retiring a few weeks ago on April 4th. So, yeah, he looked 300 games. Congratulations. Huge effort. And he's still dominating.
This could be a big bag and he's 300th too, I reckon.
Yeah.
I heard
at home.
I heard his daughter's third 300th game, including juniors and including B grade, but this is all A grade.
There you go.
That's from his old man. Told me today at the gym.
It's a lot of games.
Daughter, I reckon
he must have played with you.
he might kick 16 this week.
He could
for
kick.
A quarter.
Who are you tipping and how many thought of kicking in his 300th?
No idea who he is. And he'll probably kick maybe 5. And we'll go with Lorimer for that one. Next game's Laylaw versus the Turtles.
All right, Laylaw and the Turtles. And this is a big one. I know they knocked you off last season, maybe. Or, definitely last year.
Last year, yeah.
Look, that hurts. You probably got to get that one back.
Yeah.
But you're flying at the moment. Good to see Mitch Crapper back playing, as I said. Look, I reckon the Rat, Jack Snow's going to come up, kick a few, and
old Rat.
Old Rat. Yeah, you happy with the Rat? I think you kick a few, and Turtles win by about 5 goals.
Yeah, I think the Turtles by 8-9 goals based on last week, but I'd love the Turtle to tell us why the Turtles are going to win and where they're going to win the game. I'd love a bit of insight. You've got that on the show, so I want to hear where it's going to be won, who's our key star players to look out for.
I reckon they got to watch out for Big Ruben.
Mm-hmm. Why?
He's got hands like a weapon.
Yep.
Like a vice.
Yeah.
Had a good start of the season.
Who else?
Keep
Give
an
us a
eye
few
out for
others.
Bodie.
Yeah.
He'll put some serious pressure on
How's
back
he,
there.
as captain, how's his pre-game rev-up been? Is he...
Don't know. I play too, so
No feedback from the boys around the club?
nothing.
No?
So I'm half pissed by the time they walk on anyway.
Must
So,
be brilliant speeches.
yeah, yep. But a few good players to keep an eye out for. Definitely a few good new pickups.
The McCullum boys. What
Yeah.
about little Tomo?
Yeah,
Does okay.
Little Lenny,
Big
he'll
Al's in the back line. Does okay.
yep,
Yeah,
Timmy.
10 intercept marks a game.
That's it.
Final
Key player.
Final game.
See what happens. And final game is Ivanhoe versus Reservoir.
As I'd love to be kicking out this week for Reservoir. Look, plenty of stats to go around. Ivanhoe will not lose a game, and I don't reckon anyone's getting within 10 goals.
I think you're right with no one beating them. Obviously, I'm going to go Ivanhoe by 11 goals. I think Rez is going to want to bounce back hard from last week against Sony game. We probably all expected them to win.
Bounce back to 11 goals victory.
Well,
Well, I reckon Ivanhoe might get something. We'll say some weeks when it's going to be wet, cold, August. The ground might be underwater, and they'll still win by 15 goals each week.
Yep, don't mind it. Look, what I'm going to do now, and I can already see we've gone overtime, but yeah, that's okay. We're going to do that in a second. I just quickly need to ask, footy trip this year, where are we going? I can feel like I'm going to get a lot more out of you if you tell me this stuff. So tell me, footy trip this year.
Footy trips in Adelaide this year.
Who's going to be best on ground on footy trip?
I'll give it.
They call it the Jaden Carney Award down there.
I'll give it a fair nudge again.
You'll give it a fair nudge?
You've already got it, have you?
Pretty good last year on it. Definitely got to watch out for old Jackson Tangi.
Yeah.
Wild Twos player. He's a fair goer.
I have heard a little bit about him. He's heard he got told he's not allowed to come in tonight. So yeah, he does go pretty hard. Him. Let's go with who's the tightest bloke at the club.
Definitely Cody Stewart. He's an absolute tight ass.
And who's the bloke that is always shouting you beers?
Shouting me beers? Probably Brock Togney.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on Zach Cole?
Fuck him.
All right.
He's a good bloke.
He is a good bloke, but also I'm with you. Right, we have to say thank you to the Torpedo Turtle. Thank you so much, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
That was unreal. We got a bit of a cap whack here from Jai Badley Kelly. Good to see Cap. Didn't see him at training last night.
Well done. I don't know if we'll ever get another show after the F-bomb, but we can forgive him once. He was actually very good. He was a bit lethargic like a turtle at times,
because
though, wasn't
he? Had 14 beers.
Yes, I know. He did hit him pretty hard. Lucky he got an Uber
He was
home.
slower than normal, wasn't he?
What we didn't do, guys, we're going to power through just to finish off. Before we do, because we're going to do Div 1-2 tips as well. We didn't do that before, did we?
No.
Okay.
We've been stuck.
We're just going to find them
Moving
somewhere.
like a turtle, mate. They've been
But
thrown
I
around.
want to take this opportunity to thank Adrian Wyatt from Site Supply, who's housed us for the start of the season while we wait to get a new studio, which we've got from next week, from next Monday. It would be good to have a studio now where we just set up every week and off we go. So thank you very much to Adrian for giving this to us for free so we can get the season underway, which is great. Let's jump into Division 2. We'll start with Division 2, will we? Sounds good?
Sounds good to me, mate.
All right, let's go.
I'm still
Bang.
shocked from the turtle.
It was very funny. It was actually good to sit over there, and Tyler's in tears, Brett's in tears, everyone finds it. All right, so this week, Thomastown versus Fitzroy Stars at Thomastown. I'll start with UKB. Let's go. Let's power through. I don't want a story. Just get on with it.
The story's going to be Stars have got to get up after we've had two, we'll say, narrow losses, probably more scoring shots, more of the ball, but Thomastown, I watched them against Reservoir, are pretty good. So I say Stars by 1 goal.
All right, Cash.
Fitzroy by 10 points because they have to.
That's how you do it. Just bang.
Thomastown by a point.
I'm going to go Tomo by 2 points. All right, moving on. Northcote Park, McLeod. This is the killer diller for me. This is match of the round, NFNL match of the round too, by the way. So be broadcast live on Plenty Valley 88.6. Our show won't anymore because we run way too long. We're killing the 55 minutes. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to go Northcote Park. Get home by 3 points in a thriller.
Yeah,
at home.
McLeod will win by 5 goals.
Yeah, McLeod.
I'm going to go Darcy Barton only kicks 3, and he needs 6 for them to win the game. So I'm going off the park.
Yeah.
done
All right.
something.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's upset him.
I don't know what you've
Darcy,
done
you've
to the great
upset him. We
man,
have to
but
get him in.
not your biggest fan.
You gave me a hard time about him being too old or whatever. And I said, mate, he needs
player
to
I
kick
played
100 goals.
Now, Whittlesey,
Three.
Whittlesey versus Old Pradian. I just asked Tyler off here and he said Old Pradian's by 100. I reckon that's a bit tough, but he's trying to get one into Dad. But Whittlesey, Old Pradians, gee, look, I'm going to stick fat with Whittlesey, but it'll be very close. I'll say 7 points. Whittlesey get it done because they're at home.
This is OP's biggest test, and if they're going to be one of the sides, they have to go close, but I don't think they will. Whittlesey at home are a different beast. 6 goals, Whittlesey.
Yeah, Whittlesey by 3 goals because it's up there.
3 goals too.
Oh, we've all
was
agreed.
quick, wasn't it?
Consensus.
That's
That's
it,
amazing.
KB forgot who you tipped.
I know. Otherwise, you'd have done it. St. Mary's versus Panton Hill. I think St. Mary's bounced back here, and they'll be pretty happy they got Panton Hill this week just to, get a bit of confidence back. But St. Mary's for me, I need them to win this by 50 points to show me they're a final side. I know you got a few players out, but what's that old saying, Kaff? You got to work with what you got.
Yep, that's it.
All right, so I'm going to go St. Mary's.
St. Mary's 50 points.
Yep.
I think St. Mary's, but I want Panton Hill to win.
Ooh,
You're
bang.
on 'em. You're
Yeah.
on 'em.
Yeah.
St.
Sam,
Mary's
Sam
on
must be
small
coming back
crappy
in.
ground, 10 goals.
10 goals.
All right, and then we go Lower Plenty, South Morang at Lower Plenty. I'm going to stick with South Morang. Yeah, I can't stick with them. I haven't tipped them yet, but I'm going to go South Morang, and I think they probably get this done by 28 points.
I think South Morang by 6 goals in a high-scoring game, and Cumberland just had his baby, so congratulations to him.
Yes, that was
and
last week we did that, but good
he
on
must
you,
be-
Sandra Sully.
sorry, no one heard it because you didn't turn the sound on. So,
Good
yeah,
save, I'll give you that.
but he should be back this week.
All right.
I'm going Lower Plenty by under a goal. I
Wow.
reckon.
Wow.
The big
If
one.
Jack Chubby kicks another 6 goals, I reckon Lower Plenty. They're pretty big all over. I reckon they got about 8 blokes, 6'3" and above. So I reckon they're a pretty good team.
All right, let's quickly fly through Division 1. Banyule v Heidelberg at Banyule. I was very impressed with Banyule next week. I'm not sure who's coming back this week. Obviously, Wednesday night, we don't know the teams out, but they're a good outfit. I think at home they will make the game interesting, but Heidelberg is impossible to tip against JK, and I'll probably go them by 50-odd points.
The Banyule boys got stuck into us about our tips last week.
Did they?
Online, so,
I deserved it.
Not
I
me.
deserved it.
Did.
Not me.
double down.
I've got to thank you.
Heidelberg 100.
Heidelberg 100.
Yeah, Heidelberg by 12 goals.
Oh, wow.
Banyule 1 week wonders. Heidelberg by 10 goals.
Oh, my God, he's gone smack whack. Eltham Montmorency, for me, this is a game that just has so much to offer because if Eltham get this done, Montmorency are in a bit of Barney rubble, but I do think Eltham at home are going to shock the world here and get this done by 2 points after the siren.
Wow, big call. Montmorency 6 goals.
Yeah, not shocking the world here because I'm with you. I'm going Eltham as well.
Oh, if they bring in Jake Woodward and they bring in Zach Broadbent, they'll win by 5 goals. Bring the young kids in.
If we bring in a 30-second rule, you'll fail. North Heidelberg versus North
Pretty good at 30
Heidelberg.
seconds. So.
North Heidelberg versus. Stop it. That's terrible. North Heidelberg versus West Preston Lakeside at the last game ever in the club rooms at Doggy Land at Shelley Street. There's a lot of memories that are going to get demolished with that building.
This is
And
relegation state.
This is a massive game.
no, you can't talk relegation yet.
Why not?
the Doggies. I reckon they're
going
way
around the
too
traps.
good for it. Well, I think they're too good for that. But I don't know. This is the most even division of all time. I think North Heidelberg, they get their crap together here, and I think they get home by 26 points. They rarely lose 2 in a row.
They aren't losing the last one down here. West Preston going home with Kennel Cough, mate.
Really? Yep.
Yeah, no, with that info, Heidelberg have to just win.
Yep.
Doggies, woof, woof.
That's the quickest answer. Diamond Creek Bundoora, they got the 2 best commentators in the land for that one. They're sending me and KB all the way down to Diamond Creek. Joel Grote is barred from being anywhere near
He
it.
can come
For
near
the
it
night.
with the beers.
Special comments.
And I know, God. No, he is a ripper. But I am going to tip, being a Bulls man, I'm back on the Bulls,
First time for the
JK.
year.
First time
Bulls
for the year.
shit.
I think Diamond Creek's got a few injuries, and I think there's a suspension tucked in there as well. Don't hold me to that. But I think Bundoora, from what I've watched back on the reviews and the statistics, they're getting elite stats in areas where others aren't. Bundoora probably get this done by 25 points, but I am down at Diamond Creek tomorrow night, handing over my 5 slab bet with Brainy Brothers at 6:30. They'll be dropped off on the doorstep and I'll be running. But I'm there sorting out some stuff with MND as well. So I'll say Bundoora 28 points.
Diamond Creek in a close one.
Yep, Diamond Creek at Diamond Creek by 2 goals.
You two blokes are on drugs. Joel Grope, you're going to get beat this week.
I hope you can fight KB because we're in a lot of trouble. He's a big boy. I've been told don't mess with him already. And Greensborough versus Hurstbridge.
Another big man.
Oh, it's a monster.
How this isn't match of the round.
Look, me and you were commentating it, so it probably is match of the round. No, I think it's special. Yeah, we're together. We'll have this together. At least I'll get common sense for some part of a game. For me, Greens, you got Tom Mitchell back in this week. I understand, so that's a big in. But I understand Will Mitchell might have broken his foot and might be out for 6 weeks. So that's a bit of a kick in the butt.
Makes our job easy.
Yep. Still missing their ruckman. Hopefully he's only a couple of weeks back. But, you know, you've got a lot of experience in that side and a lot of skill to come back. And depending on who's available, VFL might help them a bit more. Hurstbridge are injury-ridden at the moment, the poor buggers, and I mean that in the nicest way. They have been smashed in the off-season with injuries and losing players, and it's tough, but timely, I would say. I think Greensborough get home here by probably 24 points.
Greensborough by 3 goals.
I've got to stick with Hurstbridge. Give him another go. Hurstbridge by a goal.
I picked Hurstbridge to be 3rd, and I'm going Hurstbridge too.
Yep. I
Very
think
close.
it's very good. We just go through these final comments as we hit an hour and 15 into a show.
It's filthy.
No, we've given up, mate. There's no argument. It doesn't matter. We got to please the fans. We've still got everyone online, so it's good. I'm not sure what happened there with Jai Badley Kelly. Good to see Caffey. Didn't see him at training last night though.
What's one?
He was away. Were you working away?
Working away.
Yeah. Okay, got to go with that.
Andrew Sully again. Thank you.
Bloods will get the win. Tom Suslock says, I don't pronounce his name right every week, and the turtle, everyone loved the turtle today. So look, at the end of the day, guys, thank you so much for tuning into our show tonight. So you got Daz and Pete Monday night. We had 1,081 views of our show on our podcast the other day. So thank you to everyone listening to Pete, because no one's clearly listening to me. We've got a few wrap-ups. We'll be in the studio next week. We'll be able to do a lot more stuff. And you, as a club, if you need content done, we'll have green screens, we'll have everything. Speak to us. We'll find a way to help you out and make things happen. Last thing before I go, I did promise I would put this up for an under-17s and under-18s game this Friday night at Yarrambat versus South Morang, 5:45 p.m. under-18s girls, under-17 boys, 7:30 p.m. There's a light and show. Say it, KB.
Light and sound show.
JK. There's a light and sound show
Good eyes.
commemorating Anzac Day, and that's been sponsored. It's about 15 grand's worth of light and sound to be put on for that. Been dominated.
Some seriously good junior clubs playing.
Donated for free. So that is going to be a monster night. If you've got nothing on Friday night, there is no better place to be than go down there and have a look. I've just about given up on this show. I think everything's tired and nothing's working. So from our end, thank you so much for tuning in. And what do we say, KB, to finish? Oh, that's the wrong person. He's hopeless, Jake. See you later.
Next week.
Keep kicking goals.
Keep kicking.
Need a mechanic you can trust in the Diamond Valley? At Diamond Valley Auto Care, we've been keeping locals safely on the road for years. From logbook servicing to brake repairs, diagnostics, and aircon regassing, we do it all quickly and professionally. We treat your car like it's our own, with honest advice, expert care, and no surprises. Proud sponsors of the Northern Footy Show, book now at diamondvalleyautocare.com.au. Local, reliable, and ready to help.